Good morning, students, and welcome back for the video class of political science. Previous videos we started with the second unit. It's revision, that is elections and party system in India. Then we see different types of elections, there is direct election, indirect elections, their features. Okay. Then we see about the election commission also. So today we are going to start a new topic. In this democratic government, in this democratic country, India follow what type of elections? Direct election also, indirect election also. Okay. But making democracy successful, previously we had a ballot papers. Where the voters, eligible voters used to take a sleeve, ballot papers. So on that they have to stamp and they used to put in the ballot box. But the system has troubled a lot in persons. Or that is a bogus votings were done. To stop that corruption, stop that bogus votings, Election Commission had thought one of the things to introduce some of the electoral reforms. But to control all these corruption, to control all the bogus votings, there are the different types of reforms were introduced by the different committees. So number of committees, electoral committees or reform committees were established, and whatever the reports have been sent by those electoral reform committees, those were accepted, and on the basis of those electoral reform suggestions, there are the set different types of reforms in the election field. So among that, 5 things are very important. First two is electronic voting machine, that is electronic voting machine, EVM, which is called as, and second one is EPIC, that is electors photo identity कार्ड, जिसे हम वोटर आईडी कहते हैं. ओके, ये वोटर आईडी और ईवीएम मशीन्स, ये दो रिफॉर्म्स, these are very important in this technical field or in this technical world, which keeps elections away from the corruption, bogus votings and other mischievous things. And these elections made very easy for educated people as well as uneducated people also. As the person can see the pic and he can press the button in the electronic voting machine and he can cast his vote to his preferable candidate. EVM and EPIC. After this two, again 3 things we are going to see in this electoral reform, that is different 3 types of the antecedents. When the nominee is going to fill the form, he has to provide the 3 things, 3 antecedents, which are mandatory that nominee has to fill. One is educational antecedent, property antecedent and criminal antecedent. Education, property and criminal antecedents. तो जब नॉमिनी फॉर्म फिल करने जाता है, उसको अपना एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड देना पड़ता है, criminal background देना पड़ता है, that is like a NOC, okay, and education, criminal and property, how much property he has. So about these 5 things we are going to see, but in today's video we are going to see about the 2 things. One is EVM machine and second one is about the EPIC, that is electors photo identity card. Then let's see first what exactly and what was the need to establish these different kinds of committees, electoral reform. So the government of India, which run on the basis of democracy, so for making this democracy successful, conducting elections in a free and fair manner without any kind of partiality. It should not be based on the caste, community, creed, gender. ओके हाँ, ऐसा भी कहा जाता है कि मतदान भी एक सर्वश्रेष्ठ दान है, लेकिन क्या ये हम दान करते हैं या फिर अपना मत बेचते हैं? कुछ लोगों को पैसा देते हैं, कुछ पॉलिटिकल पार्टियां में या फिर कोई एक नेता हो, जो नेता जितना ज्यादा पैसा देगा उतना उसको नोट मिलेगा, यानी हम अपने मत बेचते हैं। बस मत ही नहीं बेचते, हम अपने आप को बेचते हैं कुछ दिनों के लिए, कुछ दिन के लिए वो पैसा हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, लेकिन पूरे 5 साल हमें उस व्यक्ति को भुगतना पड़ता है, उस सरकार को 5 साल भुगतना पड़ता है। इसलिए आप जब भी मतदान के एलिजिबल हो जाओगे तो ध्यान में रखिए ये बातें कि आपको वोट देते समय उस व्यक्ति का चरित्र देखना चाहिए, उसको पॉलिटिकल बैकग्राउंड, एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड और क्रिमिनल बैकग्राउंड भी देखना चाहिए, उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन कितना है सोशल सर्विस में, कितना लोगों के साथ उसका संबंध अच्छा है। इन सारी चीज़ों को देखते हुए आपको अपना कीमती वोट उस व्यक्ति को देना है जो आपके साथ आपके समाज, पूरे अलग समाज और तथा पूरे देश को आगे ले चले, ना ही पर्टिकुलर एक कम्युनिटी को, ना ही एक समाज को। तो ऐसा नेता हमें चुनना चाहिए जो सबको एक साथ ले चले। सो फॉर दैट डेमोक्रेसी which conducts free, fair and without partiality, there are some committees which have been established to bring transparency reforms in the election field. It is said that the voice of people is the voice of God. In our democracy, voice of people is the voice of God. So whatever we are going to choose the person, so that should be clear. Whatever our demands, whatever our things are there, it should be very clear. Okay. So these electoral reforms brings transparency or free, fair and impartial thing in the election. Impartial in election. So for this purpose, free, fair and impartiality to bring in the election, these electoral reforms have been brought by the different electoral reform committees. Now, which committees were established to bring this electoral reforms? So there are the number of electoral reform committees established as per the number of the year. Every 5 years there was one of the electoral reform committee established. So among them, those are very important. Those are BK Tarpule Committee, Dinesh Goswami, Committee, Vanchu Committee, and some other are there. Vanchu Committee, Indrajit Gupta is there, Law Committee report. Indrajit Gupta. Even report about the law committee report. So on the basis of these all, B.K. Tarpurni Committee, Dinesh Goswami Committee, Devanshu Committee, Indrajit Gupta Committee, and Law Committee report. On the basis of these all committees, Election Commission has took certain steps or certain reforms were introduced. In that, two are very, very important, which have changed the face of the election system in India. So in that, first one is about the elector's photo identity card. Elector's photo identity card, which is called as EPIC. EPIC. Okay. So now you might have seen the voter ID card, which consists of the voters, eligible voters in detail. So let's see who has introduced and what was main reason to introduce it. So this EPIC was introduced in the year of 1990 and 1996 by the Chief Election Commissioner, that is T.N. Session. T.N. Session. 1990-1996. In this year, the Chief Election Commissioner T.N. Session has introduced this EPIC, but उस समय क्या हर एक व्यक्ति को ये वोटर आईडी देना नामुमकिन हुआ? जो इंट्रोड्यूस किया था, it was very good step, which was initiated by T.N. Session in the year of 1990 to 96. But what it is, technically it was not possible to provide the elector's photo identity card to every eligible voter. Technically it was not possible, so it has been cancelled and it was introduced to conduct the free fair elections to remove the evil practice of like corruption and impersonation. To conduct free and fair elections and to remove evil of corruption and impersonation. Impersonation means bogus voting. Bogus voting. Yeah, number of ways or number of times you might have seen this bogus voting. उसी बात पर एक छोटा सा किस्सा बताता हूँ जॉब के तौर पर। एक गांव में एक व्यक्ति रहता है, शादीशुदा होता है, लेकिन कुछ सालों बाद उसकी पत्नी मर जाती है और वो हर साल जाता है और वोटिंग करता है। तो उसके वोटर लिस्ट में आपने देखा होगा कि हर एक व्यक्ति का एलिजिबल वोटर्स का नाम रहता है और उस व्यक्ति ने अगर वोट डाला तो उसके सामने टिक लगाई जाती है या उसको सही किया जाता है, यानी उस व्यक्ति ने आपके वोट डाल के चला गया। तो वो व्यक्ति हर साल जाता है और देखता है और कहता है कि अरे मेरी पत्नी तो पहले ही मर चुकी है और हर साल आके यहाँ पे वोट डाल के कैसे जाती है, एक साल भी मुझे वो नहीं मिली। यानी हमारे देश में कुछ लोग ऐसे भी हैं जो मृत्यु या फिर जो मर चुके हुए लोग हैं उन लोगों के नाम पर भी वोट डालते हैं। जो व्यक्ति है ही नहीं उन लोगों के वोट्स भी डाले जाते हैं। So for this kind of corruption and bogus voting, to control on that, T.N. Session has introduced this EPIC, but it was only not possible technically. That was a major problem, and it was exactly introduced in 1993. EPIC introduced in 1993. So just keep in mind, to control on to conduct the free fair elections and to remove the evil of corruption and impersonation, that is bogus voting. Okay, TN session has introduced it. But EPIC, it was not technically, initially it was difficult to issue the identity card due to some technical problems. But at the time of M.S. Gill, the next person who became the Chief Election Commissioner, M.S. Gill, in the year of 2001, he was there as a Chief Election Commissioner. 1996 to 2001. M.S. Gill was the Chief Election Commissioner and he made it compulsory. Here technically it was not possible, but M.S. Gill made it compulsory for every voter they should have elector's photo identity card while going to the vote. Made compulsory, and it was made by the M.S. Gill, where you are going to, if you are going to vote for the voting, you have to carry the EPIC, that is elector's photo identity card. Then what is EPIC and what it consists? So it's like an identity card which consists, or it is one of the document which consists of your name, age, address, even constituency, even birth year also. The document consists of name, address, age, name, address, age, birthday and constituency. Even it consists of photo also. So your full name will be there, your full address along with your phone number, then birthday will be there and the main constituency. For example, myself, Vishwanath P. Borgale, Aquas Curricula, Fotanwadi Road, 2376. That's my home number. So, and the constituency comes as a Chikkodi Sadalga constituency. Okay, and birth date also, along with the photo. So, the document which consists of name, address, date of birth, age, and constituency of a particular voter or that voter. So, that is a EPIC. Okay, so this is about the first electoral reform, that is EPIC, elector's photo identity card. Now second point is electronic voting machine. That is technically has made much development in the election field. Electronic voting machine, which is called as an EVM. So sometimes they ask question, expand EVM or EPIC, that is elector's photo identity card, and EVM electronic voting machine. So one more question will be asked for expand. Be careful. Now what is exactly electronic voting machine? So you might have seen not as a voter but as a demo pieces you might have seen. So which consists of two units. One will be a ballot unit and second one will be with the control unit. So just roughly figure I am drawing here. This is control unit, and here you will be ballot unit. So here serial numbers will be there 1, 2, 3, 4, name. Here will be a small, and here will be the buttons. So number 1, 2, 3, 4. So VDD, then whatever the symbol is there, symbol will come, and here comes the button. So by seeing the name and symbol, the voter will press the button. Now this is a ballot unit and this is a control unit. Okay, and both are going to be connected with the cable. This. Now, what is the importance of why this electronic voting machine has been used? Because you can see here earlier, but the ballot papers were used to give votes. Ballot box and ballot papers. So जैसे पहले के ज़माने में एक बक्सा रखा जाता जिसको पूरा ढका जाता था और उसके अंदर बक्सा रहता था जहाँ पे एक कोने में जाकर आपको पर्ची दी जाती थी आपके हाथ में स्लिप्स रहते थे तो अलग अलग बिल्कुल इसी प्रकार की स्लिप रहती थी उस व्यक्ति का नाम उस व्यक्ति का सिंबल अलग अलग से व्यक्तियों की नाम तो आपको यहाँ पे बटन दे रहा है स्लिप बता रहा हूँ बैलेट स्लिप तो उस व्यक्ति के सामने आपको सिक्का लगाना होता था एज लाइक स्टैम्प जैसे पोस्ट में रहते हैं स्टैम्प्स तो उसी प्रकार स्टैम्प लगाना होता है तो वो तो उस पर्ची को फोल्ड करके जाकर वो बक्से में डालना होता था सो दैट वाज द फर्स्ट सिस्टम बैलेट बॉक्स एंड बैलेट पेपर्स बट व्हाट हैपेंड कभी कभार लोग अलग अलग से पेपर से डाल देते थे एक ही समय दो लोगों के ऊपर वो पर्चियों के ऊपर स्टैम्प लगाते थे तो वो वोट कैंसिल हो जाता था कभी कभार वो बैलेट बॉक्स ही गायब हो जाते थे या पर्चियां कम रहती थी पर्चियां ज्यादा हो जाती थी तो ऐसे अनेक से प्रॉब्लम आते थे ओके या फिर एक ही व्यक्ति दो पर्चियां डाल सकता था टू स्टॉप दिस और टू रिमूव दिस partiality this electronic voting machine has been introduced. So EVM, which was introduced in the year of 1998, and that also introduced by the M.S. Gill itself. 1998 by M.S. Gill. He made it compulsory. Even he introduced EVM machine in the 14th Lok Sabha. In the year of 1998, it was introduced in the 14th Lok Sabha. which was removed. Okay. So in the 14th Lok Sabha elections, this EVM was introduced. Now, this control unit in ballot unit. जहां पे पहले बैलेट बॉक्स रखा जाता था उसी जगह पे ये बैलेट यूनिट रखा जाता है और वो कनेक्टेड रहता है एक कंट्रोल यूनिट से ये कंट्रोल यूनिट विल बी विद द बैलेट ऑफिसर BLO ओके बैलेट ऑफिसर सो व्हेन पर्सन नाउ एज ए वोटर अगर पास हो पहले क्या होता है मेरा नाम चेक किया जाता है उसके बाद स्याही लगाई जाती है उंगली पे लेफ्ट पे पॉइंटर फिंगर पे वहां से आप आगे बढ़ते हो और जाते हो जहां पे एक टेबल पे वो बैलेट यूनिट रखा जाता है और उसको ढका जाता है कवर किया जाता है कि दूसरा कोई देख न ले आप किसको वोट डाल रहे हैं तो जैसे ही वोटर जाता है मान लो 1 2 3 4 5 में से कोई भी आप एक बटन दबाते हो देयर विल नॉट बी एक्सक्यूज गलती से भी आपने एक बार एक व्यक्ति के सामने का बटन प्रेस कर दिया तो आपका वोट उसी व्यक्ति को चला जाता है। सो जैसे ही आप एक बार वोट डालते हो यहाँ पे, उसी समय यहाँ पे जो बैलेट ऑफिसर होता है, जो कंट्रोल यूनिट होता है, उसके ऊपर वो ऑफिसर उस मशीन को लॉक कर देता है, बैलेट यूनिट को लॉक कर देता है। यानी एक व्यक्ति एक ही वोट डाल सकता है, दूसरा वोट नहीं। गलती से भी आपने दूसरे को डाला तो खत्म, आप फिर से वोट नहीं डाल सकते। ओके, सो जस्ट कीप इन माइंड ballot unit where the voter will cast a vote and control unit it will be with the ballot officer. Okay, so this is about the electronic voting machine. EVM consists of the controlling unit and ballot unit. Both are the interconnected with the cable. Same thing. The ballot unit is kept in the place where the voter exercises the voting, and the control unit with the polling officer, that is BLO, ballot polling officer. Okay, BLO will be having that control unit, and this identity by pressing the blue button on the balloting unit against the candidate's symbol, his vote. जैसे मैंने बताया कि यहाँ पे ब्लू बटन होता है, वो दबाने के बाद आपका यहाँ पे लाइट भी ग्लो होती है और एक बीप की ट्यून आती है, बीप होता है मशीन। जैसे ही बीप होता है, लाइट लगती है, यानी आपका वोट हो गया, यू कास्टेड योर वोट टू दैट पर्टिकुलर कैंडिडेट। ओके, सो विद द बीपिंग द साउंड ऑफ द वोटिंग प्रोड्यूसेस इज अ completed. So that makes your voting complete. It's a very easy to see the name, see the symbol and press the button. Within a fraction of second, you will cast your vote. Very easy for uneducated people also. Okay. So keep in mind, in 1998, MS Gill introduced electronic voting machine first time for the 14th Lok Sabha election conducted in the year of 2009 and 9 to 14. And this EVM consists of two units: control unit, ballot unit. Ballot unit where the voters will vote, control unit where the polling officers will be controlled. And both are connected with the cable. Now let's see why this EVM has introduced. What is the importance of this EVM? So as I told you, very easy to handle, easy to vote. Polling is very easy. Preparation for the voting is easy. Preparation for the voting is easy. Earlier, you have to carry all the ballot papers, all the ballot boxes, and those ballot boxes after voting you have to slip. यानी कितना खर्च होता था ट्रांसपोर्ट पे, बैलेट बॉक्सेस, बैलेट पेपर्स। लेकिन अब बस 2 यूनिट्स लेके जाना है आपको, where you can easily carry in your hand. It's a very handy also. Okay, it's very easy and pace of pull is very simple. Voter may press the button against the name and candidate of his choice. Voters can easily vote. Easily vote. Here preparation also easy. Here voting also very easy. Even it is time consumption. Easily operated and save time. जैसे मैंने बताया, आप एक पुलिंग ऑफिसर जिसके पास यूनिट बैठा है, दूसरा रहता है वो आपका नाम वोटर लिस्ट में चेक करता है, आपकी आइडेंटिटी चेक करता है, तीसरा व्यक्ति आपकी उंगली पे साइन लगाता है और सीधा जाकर आप उस बैलेट यूनिट के पास जाकर आप बटन प्रेस करने के बाद आपका वोटिंग खत्म। सो वेरी इजी, बाय प्रेसिंग वन बटन यू कास्ट योर वोट और द वोटर विल कास्ट हिज वोट। इवन earlier when the ballot papers were there, so lakh ton of the papers, cutting down of the trees and making the papers for the ballot, that has been saved. Number of trees and number of papers have been saved. Avoid use of ballot paper. Ballot paper and eco-friendly. Eco-friendly why it is? Because for making paper you have to cut down number of trees and number of those trees have been saved. Because you doesn't need a ballot paper here, just machine is needed. So वो पेड़ बच गए, पेपर बच गए, यानी नेचर की सेव हो गए यहाँ पे. So that is one more importance of EVM. It avoids irregularities and useful to the illiterate. Useful to illiterate people. जो अशिक्षित लोग हैं, जिनको पढ़ना लिखना नहीं आता, तो ऐसे व्यक्ति को आराम से उस व्यक्ति का अगर सिंबल भी पता होता है, नाम तो वो नहीं पढ़ सकता लेकिन सिंबल तो ध्यान में रख सकता है, तो नाम सिंबल और उसके सामने जो भी बटन है उस सिंबल के सामने का बटन प्रेस करने के बाद वो अपना वोट उसको दे सकता है. सो इट्स वेरी इजी टू ऑपरेट फॉर द इलिटरेट पीपल आल्सो. Then one man one vote, this principle is going to be ensured. Ensures principle of one man one vote. One man one vote, that principle also going to be followed. जैसे मैंने बताया कि अगर आप गलती से भी एक बटन प्रेस करते हो तो आपका वोट खत्म, आपका वोट उस व्यक्ति को चला गया.